In the deep forest of existence, where light and shadow play an eternal game of hide and seek, there lived a soul burdened by the overwhelming complexity of life. My days were a relentless pursuit of desires and fears, each one a creature lurking in the underbrush, visible only by the rustle of leaves and the crack of twigs underfoot. With every step forward, the forest seemed only to grow denser, the paths more convoluted. Amidst this thicket of thoughts, a question echoed through the trees. Was I enjoying the journey, the constant evolution of my desires? The truth was a silent companion walking beside me, its presence known but not acknowledged. For in my heart I felt the weight of desires unfulfilled, each one tangled with doubt and fear like vines choking the trunks of mighty oaks. The joy of wanting was lost to me, overshadowed by the fear that the fruits of my labor might never ripen. One crisp morning, as the forest was bathed in the golden light of dawn, I found myself at a clearing. The air here was different. It was vibrant, filled with the songs of birds and the whisper of the wind through the leaves. It was here, in this natural cathedral, that I came upon an old sage, his eyes reflecting the depth of the forest and the clarity of its streams. He spoke of a different way of living, not outside the forest of desires, but within it, aligned with its deeper truths. He told me of the vibrational reality, a realm where all desires are already fulfilled, where the essence of every longing is understood and held in the embrace of the universe. The forest, he said, is not just a place of seeking, but also of finding. Each desire, each fear is a guide back to yourself, to the source of all things. You must believe in the reality of your desires before they manifest. Like the trees that know their leaves will return each spring, you must trust in the cycle of your own growth. His words were like a gentle rain, nourishing the parched earth of my soul. I learned to walk through the forest, not in pursuit of what might be attained, but in celebration of what already existed within the vibrational reality. I practiced aligning my thoughts with this higher frequency, each positive affirmation and moment of gratitude a step towards belief in the unseen. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the forest of my existence transformed. Where there was once fear of the unknown, there grew trees of confidence. Where doubt had laid bare in the ground, flowers of certainty bloomed. I found that by focusing on the vibrational presence of my desires, by feeling their reality before they materialized, I was not only co-creating my life with the universe, but also enjoying the journey of my expansion. The sage's teachings guided me to a profound realization. The forest, with all its complexity and mystery, was not a place to conquer, but a landscape to appreciate and understand. My desires, once sources of anguish, became celebrations of my vibrational alignment with the universe. They were no longer distant dreams, but present realities, felt deeply and lived fully in the sanctuary of my being. In this newfound understanding, I found peace. The emotional pain of being overwhelmed by life gave way to a serene acceptance of each moment as a necessary part of my path. I learned to cherish the evolution of my desires, seeing them not as burdens, but as opportunities to align more closely with the source of all creation. As I walked back through the forest, now familiar and friendly, I knew that each step was a manifestation of my belief, a testament to the power of vibrational alignment. This story, my journey through the forest of desires, serves as a metaphor for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the complexities of life. It is a reminder that within each of us lies the ability to align with our deepest truths and manifest our highest realities. The path may be shrouded in shadow at times, but with belief and alignment, every step forward is a step toward the light. In the thicket of life, where the trees stand dense and tall, casting long shadows that chill the spirit, I once wandered, a traveler lost in a forest of ceaseless striving. My footsteps echoed through the corridors of ambition, a corporate labyrinth that promised ascension yet delivered confinement. I pursued accolades and promotions as if they were clearings in this dark wood, believing they would bring sunlight to my path. Each day dawned heavy with expectation, the air thick with the scent of competition. The underbrush was tangled with the brambles of office politics, and the ground was littered with the fallen branches of broken promises and unmet aspirations. I trudged forward, driven by a force I neither understood nor controlled, compelled by a society that values the climb over the quality of the journey itself. One evening, under the canopy of twilight, I found myself at the edge of a serene lake, its surface a mirror to the chaos of my soul. The reflection I saw was not my own, but that of a man burdened by a life he no longer recognized. It was then, in the whispering wind that moved like a spirit over the water, that I heard the voice of the forest speak. It did not shout nor demand, but simply asked, "What do you seek within these woods?" The question hung in the air like a mist, and in that moment, I understood that the forest I fought so hard to navigate was of my own making. The paths of true desire were not laid with the gravel of greed, but were dirt tracks, simple and true, leading to destinations of genuine fulfillment. I decided then to lay down the heavy armor of expectation I had borne, and to walk lightly in pursuit of what truly mattered. I left the corporate woods and ventured into new lands, where the trees were fewer but the light more abundant. I planted seeds of entrepreneurship, watered them with passion, and tended them with care, finding solace in the growth of something truly my own. As I cultivated this new ground, the forest of my past became a distant silhouette against the horizon of my future. In this transformation, I discovered that the most profound journeys often begin with a single question that shakes the soul. And as I now tread paths lined with the fruits of genuine effort and lined with the flowers of sincerity, I look back at the forest not with disdain but with gratitude, for it taught me the value of listening to the echoing calls of my own heart. Amid the ever-changing hues of the forest, the realization dawned that each moment of presence, each breath of belief, illuminates the path not only for oneself but for all who wander in search of light. As we embrace the vibrations of our true desires, we become beacons of hope and transformation, guiding others through their own tangled woods. The journey of self-realization is not solitary. It is a symphony played in the orchestra of humanity, where each note of clarity and each chord of confidence resonate through the collective soul, inspiring others to find their harmony within the cosmic tapestry. Thus, with every step grounded in the vibrant truth of my desires, I walk forward not just for myself, but for the world. In the profound silence of the forest, my heart sings a song of freedom and fulfillment, a melody that whispers to the leaves in the skies. Believe, for in belief lies the power to not only dream, but to awaken those dreams into the splendid dawn of reality. In this dance of light and shadow, belief and manifestation, we find not just the path, but also the courage to tread it boldly, turning the whispers of our deepest longings into the echoes of our greatest achievements. As you look back on the forests you have traversed and the gardens you have cultivated, let your heart swell with pride at the journey undertaken. Let this reflection be a source of unstoppable momentum that propels you forward, emboldened by the knowledge that the paths you choose influence more than your own fate. They ripple through the lives of others, spreading inspiration and hope. Stand firm in the belief that your life is a beacon, casting light across the darkened paths of those still navigating their own forests, guiding them toward their gardens of dreams yet to be realized. With every step, affirm your role not only as a traveler but as a guide, a cultivator of possibilities, and a creator of legacies.